In the year 2000X, there were two men with the capability of changing the world. The first, Dr. Light, looked to design humanoid robots that would assist mankind in performing industrial tasks. The second, Dr. Wily, grew jealous of his former colleague's success and reprogrammed all of Dr. Light's robots to assist him in world domination. Well, all except for two of his robots. Roll, a housekeeping robot, and Rock, Dr. Light's lab assistant, were left alone. With the world in danger of being taken over by Wily, Rock stepped up to the task and became the buster-wielding hero by the name of Mega Man. Mega Man then set out to find his six repurposed brothers and stop Dr. Wily and his reign of evil. And that, my friends, is where the game begins. Hey everybody, what is up? This is BaconBurgerKing, and I would like to welcome you all to my brand new series. This is Let's Play Mega Man 1. Mega Man is one of my favorite franchises of all time at this point in time. So, I figured, hey, why not try and Let's Play it for you guys? So I thought that starting with the first one was the logical decision. I plan on doing a bunch of the other classic series games in the future, but for now, we're focused on the original. As you can see, this is our opening screen. We've got our stage select. We've got 6 Robot Masters, which are our main enemies in this game. We've got 6 of them to choose from. We have Cutman, Gutsman, Iceman, Bombman, Fireman, and Elecman. But for this episode, we are going to start off with Cutman, who is he's the one I always decide to start off with. And I will get to that in a little bit. But for now, for all you Mega Man newcomers, I'll just explain the basics of the gameplay. Use the D-pad to move around. You can use up and down to climb up and down ladders and such. A is to jump, and B is to fire your little pea shooter. This is the Mega Buster, and it is your default weapon. You get more weapons as the game goes on, but I'll explain that in a little bit. But this is your trusty sidearm, and it's your it's Mega Man's most iconic weapon. So without further ado, actually, there's one ado I would like to make real quick. If you haven't noticed already, Mega Man has some really great music in it, and the first game is no exception. While I feel like it is a little bit weaker compared to a bunch of the other games, it still holds up pretty well, and Cutman's theme is a good example of why. It's not the best theme in the game, well, I'll go over those when we get to them, but it's a pretty catchy song nonetheless. So, be on the lookout for some really catchy 8-bit tunes in the background while I play these games. Now, without further ado, let's progress a little bit into Cutman's level and see what the game has in store for us. We're starting off here with some of these really weird face enemies that if you get too close to them, they'll just start to dive at you. And now we've got these little wall turrets that you can't shoot unless they're shooting. Unless their little protective shell is off, then you can't really shoot them. And they shoot a total of 4 bullets in all these different angles. There's one thing that, if you haven't played a Mega Man game before, or hell, probably, yeah, if you have no knowledge on the Mega Man series, there's one thing you need to know about these games. This series as a whole is infamous for being really, really tough. So if it looks like I suck, well, it's probably because I do, but, all joking aside, because I feel like I'm pretty good at least the first 3 games in the series, if it looks like I suck, just remember that these games are known for being difficult. I feel like Mega Man 1 is one of the hardest ones. A lot of people feel like it is the definitive hardest Mega Man game, and to that I disagree, but I can definitely see why some people would say that it is the hardest. And I'll go over some reasons as to why, when reasons come up. For now, we're going to continue to progress through Cutman's level. We're in the second half of the level at this point. Most of the enemies from here on out are going to be these little coggy eyeball things. I don't know why I call them cogs, but just go with it. They'll just... I like the way that the rooms are designed around them, because the enemy just goes either up and down or left and right in an infinite loop. And I just love how they get stuck between the walls, so they'll always be a threat. It's not like they're going to off-screen themselves, so you have to take care of them or avoid them. I like that level design idea. Or just like enemy design idea, I guess. I think that they're a pretty cool enemy, if somewhat annoying at times. But they're not too bad. You just have to have a little bit of patience with them. Or just shoot the hell out of them, and then you'll be fine. Alright, we're pretty close to the end of this level. So basically how pretty much every Mega Man level is structured is you're gonna have the level, or at least in this game, you're gonna have the main bulk of the level. You'll have a one checkpoint in between. At the end, you'll have a little pre-boss room with a couple of enemies, and that also serves as a checkpoint. And then you are going to fight your Robot Master. These Big Eye enemies are probably one of the most annoying in the game. I'd call them the second most annoying enemy in the game. At least that's my opinion on the matter. Because they're really tough to kill, and they're near impossible to avoid unless they have two things they can do. They can do a little short hop like that, or they could jump all the way up. Only when they jump all the way up you can go underneath them. So, and their pattern is randomized as far as I've seen. It's not like a constant one, like two small jumps and a big jump, like I used to think it was. But, yeah, they're kind of annoying. I wouldn't say they're the most annoying enemy in the game, but they're fairly annoying because on contact with them, it does a third of your health. Anyways, we just took care of that pre-boss room. Let's fight our first Robot Master. This is Cutman. And I decided to start with him because out of all the Robot Masters in the game, Cutman takes the most damage from your basic Mega Buster pea shooter. A trusty sidearm, as I called it previously. He takes 3 damage per hit. He's being a little cheeky right now. Ah, he got me. I usually don't die to the Robot Masters. That was just the result of me playing poorly. One weird thing about a lot of bosses in the Mega Man series is that their main weapon of choice does less damage to you than them actually coming into physical contact with you, so be wary of that. Anyways, I've got a bone to pick with you, Cutman. You don't kill me off right in the middle of my first episode of the series. That makes me look really crap. I like to believe I'm pretty decent at this one. This one referring to this game. You can't just spray them. You can't just constantly spray them with bullets because they have invincibility frames. But Cutman goes down with relative ease on my second attempt. We grabbed that little glowy orb thing in the middle, and that is the end of Cutman's level and the first level in the game. Now, a big part of the Mega Man franchise is the fact that each Robot Master, once you kill them, you take their weapon, and their weapon can be used on another Robot Master. It's sort of like a rock, paper, scissors type of thing, or like in Pokemon, like type effective stuff. Like grass is good against water, and water is good against fire. Sort of like that. Like Cutman is good against electric because electric wires, Cutman will cut them. Electric is good against Iceman because ice is just solid water, and electric would be good against water anyways. Stuff like that. So logically, the next Robot Master we try to take on is Elecman, but that is not the case. We're actually going to go for Bomb Man next. I'll explain the big reason why we don't go to Elecman yet in a little while. Not in this episode. I'll explain that in the next episode. But Bomb Man, he's got a pretty catchy theme too. I like his level theme pretty much. Not pretty much, pretty. I think it's pretty good, is what I'm trying to say. We've got these little annoying thingies. I don't even know what to call them. They'll home in towards you, and they can be really annoying unless you know how to take them out. I've learned a lot about this game because I've played through it a handful of times, probably about around 4 or 5, maybe 6. So I know quite a bit about the game. I'm not incredible at it by any means, but I like to believe I'm pretty decent. If not, dare I say, good at this game. This next room is really, really difficult, though. This is one of the reasons I think the game is hard, just this room right here. It's really difficult to get through this next room without taking a hit. There is a way to climb up half the ladder, and then get to the top without taking any hit, which I have done in a test recording to make sure that the recording for this would work. I was able to do it. This time was not the case. Meet my personal least favorite enemy in the entire game, though. This is a Sniper Joe, and you can only shoot them while they're either jumping, I think. I don't even remember if you can shoot them while they're jumping, or while they're trying to shoot at you, because their shield will block them. So, that Sniper Joe went down really fast, which I'm surprised by. But in general, Sniper Joes are really just... they test your patience a lot, and I don't like that, because I don't have any patience. We've got this Bullet Bill knockoff enemy that'll explode and cause like an area of effect type of thing after they're shot. We see more of them here. Spikes! That is something I wanted to talk about. Another big reason why I think that this game is more difficult than any of a bunch of its successors. I stand by the fact that this is not the toughest Mega Man game, but many people say it is, or at least it's one of the toughest for sure. But spikes, if these guys had shot you at all, you would have fallen into those spikes. Now, in any other Mega Man game, that wouldn't really mean much because you have invincibility frames when you hit the spikes. However, in this game, that is not the case. If you touch spikes, regardless if you've been hit and you have invincibility frames or not, you're gonna die. I want to go in there and grab my face, because that's what Mega Man likes to do. And we're not gonna judge him for it. That face actually equates to an extra life. I died once in the other stage, but in general, on a new series of lives, like if you start the game fresh or you just got a game over, you will have 3 tries. You'll have 2 lives and 0 counts as a life. So we have this C here. That wasn't there before. This is the weapon we got from Cutman. Why we changed into a gray color palette instead of a red one, because Cutman is a red enemy, I will never know. However, I still love the fact that Mega Man changes color depending on what type of weapon you're using. And I'm going to use it briefly right here on this Sniper Joe, just because it's fairly effective against him. Out of all the weapons in the game, I think that Cutman is my second favorite. We will get to my first favorite in a little bit. Probably not in this episode, but eventually. Now, as I said before, Cutman is good against Electman. This is an Electman stage. What are we doing here? Oh, and something I'm not sure if I mentioned. Cutman actually takes the most damage from a Mega Buster out of any standard Robot Master. He takes 3 damage per shot, which makes him ideal for starting with. And, Bomb Man here only takes 2 damage per shot. Now, his weakness is actually Fireman's weapon. But, in my usual order of how I play this game, I go to Fireman last. I actually like to go to Bomb Man because I feel like his pattern is fairly easy to dodge. Now, I say that now, and I'm going to die to him right away. Now, something else I wanted to bring up. If you press select, then you do that little thing. It like temporarily pauses the game, as you can hear by the sound stopping. Another thing it does is Mega Man has weird falling physics in this game, so if you spam this button, you'll start to fall faster and faster and faster, and you're invincible while you do this. So you can fall through this entire little pre-boss segment without taking any damage. Now, I'm probably gonna die on Bomb Man initially, just because we're so low on health right now. And I'd have to do the rest of the Robot Master flawlessly, which is not gonna happen. But basically, Bomb Man's just gonna spend the majority of the battle jumping around the room. If you hit him while he's on the ground, like, if you're constantly weary of where he is and where his bombs are being thrown, and you take necessary precautions to not get hit by them, Bomb Man is a fairly easy Robot Master, in my opinion. As easy as Cutman? No. but still fairly simple. And I'm still a little embarrassed at the fact that I died to both Cutman and Bombman, because that's not really me showing my my decent skill at this game. It's pretty much just the fact that I came into the boss with low health, because as you can see, if you come into this fight knowing what you're up against, and you have some decent health to boot, Bombman is a total joke. Alright, well from here on out, we're going to be using Robot Master type effectiveness, weaknesses, things. I don't even know what I just said. We're going to be using the Robot Master's weaknesses from here on out. Bombman is good against Gutsman. So, in the next episode, we are going to be taking on Gutsman. And probably we're going to do more than that, but just to start, we're going to be doing Gutsman. So this has been BaconBurgerKing with the first episode of Mega Man 1. I hope you guys liked it. I'm not sure how this is going to come out, because I'm not very experienced with commentating over a Mega Man game of all things. Because they're pretty fast-paced, and there's always something going on. So hopefully this came out good. Please let me know what you guys think of the series. Until next time, this has been BaconBurgerKing, and I hope to see you guys in the next part.